the 100 watches project. I did 100 watches in 100 days, $100 per painting. Um, I had just done a fab event, sale, whatever you call it. It was 3 or 5 days. And I did all of this work. I created all of this new content, 20 new original pieces that some of them were woodblock carvings that I made into prints. Some of them were digital prints. And I can talk about that. And that's a whole, I have a whole theory on digital, at least for myself. But I did all of this work, original paintings, and almost almost exclusively it was people I sent to Fab who purchased, which was really disappointing because I did all of this work to sell under wholesale to Fab so that people could buy from them instead of me. And they did, not that they are obligated to give me anything, but they have this huge audience, and their audience barely looked at the work that I was presenting. I did all of this hard work. And I was disappointed, and I wanted to do something new and unique, and I wanted to just engage with people because I already knew that's what I was doing anyway. The people that I had engaged with were the ones who went to Fab, not the people who were on Fab and found me. That almost didn't happen. So I knew I had an audience that was willing to engage, and I wanted to do more of that. So I came up with this idea, and then I just went for it. I gave myself 2 weeks, and I put out a call to submit on Instagram. And I got 1 submission, I got 2 submissions, 3 submissions, and I had 10. And I'm painting away 2 weeks ahead of time. Try to get prepared because usually I don't plan ahead. 2 weeks is still not enough time. If you're planning a project, give yourself like 2 years. Plan it out. But I did it, and it was fantastic, and it evolved. And I had a place where people could submit like a short sentence, and then they would email me their watch picture. Maybe it's just the watch on a table or it's on their wrist, whatever it was. And slowly I realized that I needed to do a little bit more, so I required people to share a story. Tell me a story about your watch. Why did you want this watch? Why is it special to you? Where did it come from? Who made it? Does it matter? And it grew from being me just wanting to do something interesting to me wanting to learn more about the watch community, because I was finding out more and more people who love watches love watches. It's crazy. No matter where they are, if they're on Twitter, if they're on Instagram, if they're on Tumblr, if they're just on message boards, they love watches. It's something else. So that was a great thing to learn. And then the stories. There's so much about posterity when it comes to watches. People getting their graduation watch. So their grandfather gave them the watch that they earned from their business or for being in war, or husbands and wives giving each other watches as gifts. I don't know, there's so many relational aspects about watches, and that was a great thing to learn. So I was able to do these 100 watches, collect the stories, do 100 paintings, which not only was great to learn about watches, because I knew almost nothing. Now I can talk to somebody a little bit. I can be conversational about a watch. And I've met lots of great people who love watches, who I've actually conversed with in many other ways now. So I've made some good friends. And it was a great marketing tool. 100 watches in 100 days, that was great. So people were able to see that I did great work, and it was great work. I wish I had one right here so I could show you right now. It was a great experience. I need to do more with it. It was kind of a one-off. I did it. I made a book. I collected them all up into a book that did fairly well. It's been picked up on lots of different blogs and websites. It's the one project I think that I've done the least amount of work to the amount of return that I've gotten on it. 100 watches in 100 days is a lot of work. I got tired after 50. I have to do another watch today. I told everybody I was going to do it. I have to do it. And then some days, like on day 75, yes, I get to do another watch. I had these ups and downs. But it was a great experience. I completed a project, which I almost never do. So that was good. I taught myself to complete a project. 2 weeks of planning helped a little bit. I was able to create an ending to the project. I think that's where I usually go wrong on projects. I know this isn't about the 100 Watches project, but when I start a project, I almost never see the ending. So I work hard and I'm excited, and then I realize I didn't create an ending for myself, so I don't know where to go with it. They kind of peter off to nothing. But the 100 Watches project, I did plan it, even though it was just in 2 weeks.